Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Had to turn the radio off. Good thing it was an ad, so shouldn't have to worry about copyright there. But after chores, I've got a full manure load behind me here at the barn. We finished high moisture corn 2 days ago. About 2,000-ish wet bushel, or 12,000-ish dry bushels. Man, I need to know what I'm saying here. But I'm gonna go haul out the manure load, and then I gotta move wagons out to the field. Dad's gonna fill the wagons for dry corn tonight. We had a lot going on the last couple days, but we're gonna start where we're gonna make corn stalk bales, just so we can get that out of the way while the weather's still dry and we can make nice stalks. But for now, come out to the field with me and we'll plaster some manure on some sandy soybean stubble from this year. So I'm out to the field now. I'm hauling back here. I've put 2 loads on this field. My dad and my grandpa have been hauling other places, which is fine, but I see the value in putting manure on sand, and that'll help increase some organic matter and hold more water in dry conditions up there along the woods where the sandier soil is. So we got a south wind. I'm heading southeast right now. So yeah, I got to drive on some stuff that I've already hauled on, but I'm not going to worry about my tires getting dirty because that stuff should be dry. It's been a few days, so kind of laid on. And this load is all barnyard manure, so it might be a little drier, and it's been warm the last couple days. This is from yesterday and the day before, or no, this morning and the day before. So let's spread. Just like that, the load has been emptied, and it looks like this field wasn't even combined the other day, and it looks like there's been some tillage of some sort that's gone on in this neighbor's field a little bit, but I can smell the manure. All I know is that smells like a better crop for next year. So that's good. And as long as conditions are still nice and dry, I will keep hauling on this field. And this field will either be no-tilled or minimum tilled, or vertical tilled in the spring ahead of the corn crop. So, good to get a load of manure on some sand. And got a neighbor that's small square baling some hay on the other side of the waterway with his old equipment. Much older equipment. So. And behind me is the TMR tractor and mixer. Yes, she's a little faded. When you leave red paint outside for a lot of the time in the sun for 30 years, paint fades, but tractor still runs fine. But here's a pretty cool view. Sunset, the silhouette of the cows. I've got 3 YouTube videos on the back burner that have not been edited yet. 2 from soybeans and the high moisture corn one that'll probably be absolutely terrible because I did a terrible job filming. But I'm really busy here on the farm, really busy with schoolwork when I have time for that at home, and I'm just pushing out videos when I can. I'm trying to make them as best as possible, so thank you for sticking with me even though the uploading schedule is not consistent. But I'm gonna go up and get that wagon and head out to the field. And behind me is the second crop haylage bag, and this stuff is really, really nice. Just opened it middle to end of last week, I believe Thursday. Today's Monday, but cold, smells great, fermented great. Cows are doing really, really good on it. Our fat and protein tests have gone up with this new haylage. The beginning of this bag is low lignin alfalfa, which is more digestible for the cows, which means the rumen won't work as hard to digest it, which the less work the rumen has to do to digest fiber, the more solids you're going to get in your milk. So good I could almost eat it myself. Nope, we'll leave that to the cows. This is the end of the high moisture bag, already opened up. That too smells good. I'm not gonna eat that though, but wagon hasn't moved since the last load went in, and we got half a load on still. We knew we were gonna go to dry corn next, and the last load kind of was a little drier, just to give the cows an ease back into high moisture corn, about 22 to 24%. Dad will top this off and then it'll go to town tomorrow. We hammer out dry corn, but I'm just going to keep reiterating how beautiful it is out here. We have not seen rain for a while yet. It's probably been a month. It was the first day of corn silage where we last saw any rain. So I'm out in the field now, and I got the light show going, flashers, beacons going, and we'll see you tomorrow. But I'm on the high moisture corn field that we started with, and then that there is what we call the big field, and we almost always take corn stalks off of that one and then put a lot of manure back on it in the fall and over the winter and the spring to replace those nutrients we're taking off. But we're gonna get that done quick, so we're starting here, and see you tomorrow. So next morning I'm out to the field now, but we actually got rain chances coming here in an hour, and we've got a couple wagons without tarps, so I better get the tarp on this thing. No! Oh. The wind about blew it off. Come on. Mound of corn in the middle. Easy going from here. The big Underfirth is tarped, so off to town I go with the Brents. And I'm at the co-op, and time to pull on the scale now. And I maybe jinxed it by deciding to haul these in right away. I don't think the rain's gonna come anymore. It's like you can't buy a drop of rain all summer, then you knock down, hey, it's a sure call sign to get some rain. But I think we've got an hour here to see, but the radar looks like it's breaking apart to the west of us. So I've got 10,000 more pounds on this load. It's a big wagon. One of the little ones was empty, actually. Dad did not fill that one last night, but it rained in town. I got sidetracked and talked to someone. It sprinkled out where I was, but in town there's rain. So getting probed now on the scale. We're gonna collect the moisture sample, and then figure out grain quality, foreign matter, broken corn, and then back to the pit to dump. So I was told by the guy at the pits that that corn was 18.4%. So they gotta dry it down about 3 points, but that means we've definitely got corn that's drier than that, but we want to get this field done and get corn stalks made. And the crazy part about this field that we're on, 18.4% corn, and there's still some green in the plants. So we're having some down south problems. I wouldn't call it a problem, but green corn that's 18.4% is pretty crazy. The guy in front of me had a John Deere 4255. Must be in getting scale tickets, but I don't worry about running in to get those because Dad gets those on email. So it's pretty cool to see how quick we can make a round trip. If everything goes smoothly, the round trips, and we have a load ready right away, it should take about the same interval every time. As you can tell, we're back out in the field after you just witnessed some drone footage. Got one hopper in the big wagon that was combined today. A little bit of a later start, but we wanted to get the duals on the 235 to run the grain cart so you can really push her full. But you can tell this stuff looks dry compared to what we were doing for high moisture corn. We've had amazing weather for drying. I landed the drone because it was going to run low on battery, but put one more hopper in the cart. There's already one in there, and then the grain cart's going to come fill me, and hopefully I can get 2 loads off before I got to go home and feed calves. But beautiful day. Temps are going to cool off again. Today's cooler than the last 2 days. We're in the 80s. Today is about upper 60s, low 70s. But dumping on the go. That tractor with duals looks much better on it than without on the grain cart. So. I've got the first load of the afternoon ready to go off to town. Got a semi in front of me. Dumping the first front hopper. So that pit holds, I think, maybe 700-800 bushels. I'm hooked up to our Brent 540 wagon. This thing is just a few years older than me. Still works good. And I like the big wagon just for the capacity, and it has 4 surge brakes. The 544 and the 540 only have 2 surge brakes on the back tires. The 600 series Underfirth, Parker, Brent, and up, so the 6 and 700s have 4 surge brakes, and then I don't even think they make the 4 series anymore, and then they still make the 5 series for each brand, and those are 2 surge brakes just in the back. So hauling 650 bushels in the big wagon, crawling hills, feels more comfortable than the smaller wagons at 550 bushels just because of the brakes on it. And I'm just going to plug real quick. If you guys are not following the Facebook or Instagram, go check that out, Viking Valley Farm. You'll stay more up to date with what we're doing there than on the YouTube channel, as I can whip out a post really quickly. And I'm back. The big Underfirth wagon's full, but I'm not taking that one. So it will be time for me to go feed calves, switch cows, and there is some new bulls in our semen tank today that I'm excited to try. So we'll see if we got cows in heat. We'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day now. I'm hauling corn to town. That field is 23 out of 40 acres are done on that field, which we call our big field. It was our biggest field for a long time. Now it's second. After getting pushed down the hill a little bit. Got the 544 wagon, which, as I maybe mentioned yesterday, you get pushed a little harder with the smaller wagons actually because of only being 2 surge brakes instead of 4 on the wagon. On that, each tire or wheel has a brake drum on it, and as there's pressure going on the tongue going downhill, the wagon will press into a spring and it'll activate those surge brakes, which is really, really nice. Whoever came up with that made these things super, super safe to operate. But Dad's gonna get going combining here soon, and hopefully I can get 3 or 4 off before I gotta go home and feed calves. I've got 3 cows to breed tonight, so I get to try out new bull from CMEX Hilltop Acres Playmaker. I'm really, really excited to use him. Very, very high type and good genomics as far as combined pounds of fat, protein, and milk to improve some animals in our herd. And our red cow is also in heat. She calved at the beginning of July, so the half shorthorn. We actually have sex semen for the shorthorns. We got Laser. I can't remember what his prefix is, but very, very strong line of show winners. And if you see that cow in the barnyard, man, she looks awesome. The combine must be doing really good right now. The 544 wagon is full, and the 540 wagon is about half full, and they're putting their first dump on the cart. So essentially 2 loads worth of corn were combined while I was gone in 45 minutes. So good problem to have when the corn's doing really well. Just can't keep it away fast enough. So really, really happy we got this 3rd wagon a couple years ago for overnight storage and a little less downtime. No time to unhook. And pulling off out of the pit with load number 3. There's 2 semis in front of me, both full. So play the waiting game. At least they've got their tarps off before they hop on the scale. Nothing drives me crazier at the co-op when there's truckers that are sitting on the scale and run in to get their scale tickets, or tractors also, and people that take 2 minutes to hop out of their truck and unroll the tarp on the scale when someone else could go in front of them, because it doesn't take more than a minute and a half to do everything else on the scale. But what do I know? I'm not a trucker. Saw that debate on TikTok earlier this week, and it's like, that has been driving me nuts for a few years up here. There are a few people that will get out and unroll their tarp on the scale. Let's keep the efficiency going. There's a lot of corn coming in. Let's keep everything moving, prevent the lines from clogging up, and just keep that person in the scale room in the office there operating the probe and testing moisture. But straight truck coming in from the co-op, and also a John Deere 4240 and a round baler going by. I have no idea who that would be, but our co-op does a pretty good job of trucking for people if they need trucks for grain hauling. I know we've definitely taken advantage of that at times. especially when I was younger and Grandpa was getting older. Dad was a one-man show, and my great uncle was not retired yet. So Dad would fill the grain cart, and then the co-op would come with their trucks and dump the grain cart themselves, or Dad would run the grain cart, and that's how we did it for a few years when we got the cart. And then I got more involved, and my great uncle retired, and we've been running more wagons now. But if they don't have truck drivers tied up later in the season when we want to get done, they'll park them for us either in the evenings or over the weekend. If they're planning on being closed and won't have trucks on the road, they'll set them out. Last year they parked 3 semis for us at the end, so we had close to 5,000 bushels at least of storage to fill over a weekend last year, which is awesome. And this is going to wrap up this video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. I appreciate the patience in waiting for me to keep pushing out content for the channel. I really appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more. Carter, out.